Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Sunday. It is lazy day. Ricky and I have had a lazy day. I will actually say though, I've been pretty productive. Ricky has had a very lazy day. This morning I got up, we went to the grocery store together. I cooked some skillet green beans for my granny, went to visit granny and my uncle. And I got some steps in the backyard, and now I'm ready for some queso chicken. Guys, if you haven't tried this recipe before, you are in for a treat. In the comments, just let me know if you've had it. Guys, if not, oh, I'm so excited to share with you. If you like a little bit of spice and a good queso cheese, oh my goodness, guys. Now, I've made this with, I've done queso over cauliflower rice. I've done chicken queso wraps with like tortillas. But tonight, we're gonna make them into a fried quesadilla. And we're gonna make it, and we're gonna cross our fingers that it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Right now, I'm moving my chicken over to a plate because it is cooked. And I'm gonna tell you real quick how I seasoned it. And as you can tell, it is very well seasoned, guys. It's so yummy. We're about to make our cheese sauce. Now, because tonight I'm making it into a quesadilla, I'm gonna have a very small amount of cheese sauce that we make. But the reason is because I don't want my quesadillas to be swampy, right? I want them to be good and fried, like a fried shell. So instead, we're gonna make a thick kind of cheese sauce just to season the chicken with. And then we're gonna have cheese shredded inside our quesadillas. So let me tell you what I've got. This looks so yummy, I know it does. And look, I made way too much seasoning, but that's okay. I only did one package of chicken breasts, so it was 3 chicken breasts cut into chunks. And guys, I seasoned this chicken. It smells so yummy. Let me tell you what I seasoned it with. I used 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, pepper, and chili powder. And then I just mixed that together. And then in the skillet, we took that chicken and we put some avocado oil over it. You can use olive oil if you'd like to. And then we just seasoned that chicken with the seasoning as it cooked up. So the chicken is done. It smells so yummy. Now we're going to use some more of this if you want to. It's up to you. You can make it as spicy or as less spicy as you want to, which means you can take some of that chili powder out if you want to. So I used a teaspoon. All right, let me move this over to the side here. I'm going to pull some of this grease out because there is some avocado oil in there. So normally I would make the chicken and then I would move it from the skillet and I'd make my cheese sauce, put it all back together, and then pour that queso over cauliflower rice or broccoli, or wrap it into tortillas. It's like a wrap. But tonight we're going to make quesadillas, so I'm going to do it a little differently. Guys, the recipe link is in this post. Let me throw this away real quick. Very hot. I'm gonna leave some of that seasoning in the skillet because I want to use a little bit anyway. So now what I'm going to do is use about an 1/8 cup of heavy cream instead of a 1/4. I'm going to do a little less. I'm going to do an 1/8 cup of heavy cream. I'm going to add in a whole can of green chilies, guys, just green chilies. I'm going to throw that in, and we're going to make just a little tiny sauce to kind of splash around the chicken. And then we're going to take that chicken and a little bit of sauce and put it inside some fried quesadilla shells. So I've got my low-carb tortillas over here. My favorite ones are the La Bandera. I love them. I don't know if that's how you say it, but the La Bandera, I love them. You also can use Missions. It's up to you. Now over here, I gotta turn the skillet back on. Over here, I do have some cheese shredded up. I've got pepper jack cheese and I've got white cheddar cheese. So this cheese combination with these seasonings, guys, I've had it before. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. Now I'm only gonna use a little bit of this in the skillet to make the cheese sauce because I'm gonna use the rest of it just to put in my quesadillas as we fry those up. But normally I would just put about, I don't know, about 1.5 cups of white cheddar and about a 1/2 cup of pepper jack. The recipe link is in here, and you can use as much or as little cheese as you would like. Again, a little bit of spice is what makes it queso, right? I love a little spicy queso. So guys, as you jump on, let me know where you're watching from. And if you've had my queso chicken before, I would love to know it in the comments. Guys, if you're new and like you just don't know where to start, I would love to help you by giving you some getting started tips. This page is almost 7 years old. Can y'all believe that? I started this page back in 2018, and it is so, I can't believe it. Like, time just flies. And I love helping people. So if you're new here, or if you've been here for a while and you just want some getting started tips, say getting started in the comments. I'd love to send you some. All right, now we're just turning this heat up just a little bit. We want to get these green onions and that heavy cream, a little simmer going. I'm gonna add just a little splash more. I do want a little bit of a cheese sauce. I just don't want it to be really thick. So I've got those green chilies and I've got the heavy cream in here. And I'm just waiting for it to get hot. I turn the skillet off like a silly girl. Now, if you want to make this a little spicier, you can add just a little bit more, like a little pinch of this seasoning. I don't like to waste stuff, so I'm definitely gonna save this. And we may make some more chicken queso before the week's over, who knows? We could have some leftovers. That's a lot of chicken, so that's way too much for our quesadillas for 2 people. Mom said that she's not really hungry, so she may show up later, who knows? But right now, it's just Ricky and I. So Sundays are normally family day, but I have had such a crazy schedule over the last couple of weeks. Kind of feels like a blur. I'm getting up super early and working late, so I decided that I was just going to take an easy day. Just super simple and sit on the back porch with the dogs. Now, with that said, y'all heard what I've done already. Hey, guys, how are you? Oh, yes, Becky, I hope you love it. Hey, Teresa from North Carolina. I see Kim from Michigan. Hey, Darlene from Biloxi, Mississippi. That's not too far away. Hey, Becky from Arkansas. Oh, yes, guys. All right, so have you had this recipe of mine before? The queso chicken has been in my recipe blog for a long time. If you don't have my recipe blog, I'd love to share with you. As a matter of fact, when I finish this live video, you can push my picture at the top. It's going to take you straight to my page, and this video has my recipe blog in it. It takes you straight to this recipe, but you can use it and go to all of my recipes. All right, it's getting hot. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this cheese. I'm going to add these little blocks that I didn't get to shred up really good of pepper jack. And I'm just going to do a little, oh yeah, now it's getting hot. Now it's simmering. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the heat because it's not going to take 2 seconds for that heavy cream to get really thick. I'm just going to add a little bit of cheese because we're going to use this shredded cheese in our quesadillas themselves. So I'm making just a little bit of cheese sauce to coat the chicken in, but that's really all I'm doing. Normally I make a really good thick cheese sauce because we're making a queso to go over the chicken, and then I pour that over to cauliflower rice, or broccoli is really good with it. I love steamed cauliflower though, it's so yummy. We're just gonna melt this, those little pieces of pepper jack if I can. It's gonna be a little spicy, that's what this is. Queso, I like queso to be a little spicy. I don't want a bland, just cheesy queso. It's just cheese sauce otherwise. I like a little spice, and that's what makes it queso. All right, I'm trying to melt that little piece of pepper jack cheese out there in there. And then we're just gonna throw this chicken right back into the mix. And we're just gonna coat that chicken in this little bit of cheese sauce I've made, the peppers, not peppers, but green chilies, and a little bit of pepper jack cheese, a little bit of white cheddar. Guys, this looks yummy. If this looks yummy to you, or if it sounds delicious, in the comments say delicious. Can't wait to eat it. We've never made quesadillas with these, so we're fixing to try it out. What I'm fixing to do is just leave all this chicken in this pan, and then I've got a clean pan right here. We're gonna go ahead and get hot. Ooh, put a little water on it. We're gonna go ahead and get that hot and make our quesadillas. So guys, if you love quesadillas, in the comments, tell me what's your favorite quesadilla. Like, I love quesadillas. We make a lot of steak quesadillas. We do a lot of fajita quesadillas. Tonight we're making queso chicken quesadillas. Never done this before. So when I make quesadillas, I put a very thin little layer of avocado oil, just a little tiny little bit of avocado oil. You can use olive oil if you prefer. But I like to have a little oil so that when my quesadillas are cooking, they really start to brown a little bit. That just gives them the opportunity to brown. What are you doing, girl? You didn't get no chicken. This chicken's hot. This chicken's spicy, y'all. That's a spicy chicken. You don't want this. You don't want this, Tutu. You don't want this chicken, girl. All right, and we're gonna put one. Let's turn it off again. This back eye gets so hot. We're gonna do one quesadilla. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this chicken inside, a little bit of shredded cheese, and then we're gonna start our second one. So the thing with quesadillas is when you put your quesadilla together, if you use a lot of thick meat, like this is pretty thick, it can definitely get it really fat really fast. So normally when I do steak, I'll cut it really thin. Can y'all see that okay? If you love quesadillas, I wanna know your favorite type of quesadillas. My dad loves chicken quesadillas, or he loved chicken quesadillas. I love steak quesadillas. These are gonna be super yummy, I believe. All right, we just got a little bit of chicken in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. A little bit of cheese. We're using white cheddar and pepper jack. I'm gonna flip this bad boy over. Now you can use as much chicken as you want to. You can make these as thick as you want to. I like to make them, I don't know, semi-thick, because I wanna be able to turn it over, I want to be able to flatten it pretty good. Now, because this has the cheese sauce, it's going to make it a little dirty. It's okay. All right, I just want to make sure. Look at that. It's already turning brown a little bit. With that little bit of avocado oil in your pan, it gets that little brown. We got these green chilies in here, so I think it's going to be delicious. You should go to gas. Oh, Janet, I don't know. My granny has a gas stove, and when I was a young girl, I actually lived there for a short period of time while me and Ricky were building this house. And she had a gas stove, and I took care of my granddad when he was really sick with Alzheimer's or severe dementia back then. She had a gas stove, so I cooked on a gas stove for a little while. My mom has gas. She loves it. I just don't know. But this back eye, for whatever reason, when I bought this stovetop, when I remodeled my kitchen, it's just super, super hot. You can turn it off, and it's still cooking. All right, so I've got these two. We're going to let these sit for a few minutes. I'm going to turn them over. Does this not sound delicious? Guys, if you love queso and you love quesadillas, these have got to be delicious. Yes, Linda said she likes chicken. Pam said she likes chicken. We do a lot of fajita chicken quesadillas. I love steak and cheese quesadillas. And look, when I make my steak quesadillas, I don't even put onions and peppers. Like, just super simple steak marinated deliciously with just the right amount of cheese makes an amazing steak quesadilla without having to cut up onions and peppers and taking more time in the kitchen. Ooh, chicken and shrimp sounds delicious, Teresa. All right, so we've got our chicken. That chicken, again, guys, is seasoned with a mix I put together. It was 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and paprika, 1 teaspoon of salt, pepper, and oregano. And we just seasoned that chicken as it was cooking in avocado oil with the seasoning. And then after the chicken was done, we moved it out of the skillet and we added a little can of the green chilies. And about a 1/4 cup or less of heavy cream. It depends on how much sauce you want. And we just put the green chilies and the heavy cream in the skillet. As soon as that heavy cream started to thicken and cook, we added a little bit of pepper jack and white cheddar. And we just let that simmer to make a little bit of sauce, just a little sauce. And the only reason I say a little sauce is because when you make quesadillas, you don't want this to be soggy. Like, I didn't want a lot of sauce inside of it. I just wanted the chicken to be really good and seasoned. All right, we're gonna flip these over. Of course, it hasn't cooked long enough because I just turned the skillet back on. Like a silly, I turned it off. But we're just gonna continue flipping these until they are the perfect golden brown. And then Ricky and I are going to thoroughly enjoy our simple dinner tonight, but it's gonna be delicious. All right, guys, that's it. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you. If you're new or you've been here for a while and you've never asked for my getting started tips, or maybe you just want to be updated, I've got 7 tips, guys, that are amazing for anyone to change their lifestyle into a low carb lifestyle. So in the comments, just say getting started and I'll get them to you. All right, I'm going to jump off and continue frying up my quesadillas. Y'all have a great night. And if I can do anything to help you, just let me know. Bye, guys.